Well, hello and thanks for tuning in. So a quick video today. I've just been sorting through some of my guitars, ready to do some videos on my signature Strats, and I came across my 3 SRV Strats. And whilst I was thinking to myself, why do you need 3 SRV Strats? I thought it'd be quite a nice quick video just to share with you guys why I ended up with them. So as a kid, I was always into Mark Knopfler. He was my ultimate guitar hero, and I always wanted a red and white Strat. And also Clapton and Gilmour were big influences for me as well. And I was embarrassed to say really that I didn't really know much about SRV at the time. I mean, I was only a young teenager living in rural England, so I hadn't really been exposed to him very much. And it wasn't really till his untimely death that I got to know anything much about him. Anyway, skip forward a few years, and I was visiting family in Texas, and my uncle took me to the Dallas Guitar Show, and that was the first time I saw an SRV Strat for real. This would have been about 1997, something like that. And there it was, really. There was thousands of guitars around, of course, but this SRV Strat was there with its sunburst body, with a black scratch plate, which was unusual for that combination. Of course, the gold hardware and signature initials emblazoned on the scratch plate, tinted neck. It just looked like something out of another world, really. It was quite garish, but at the same time really quite enticing, and I kind of fell in love with it there and then, really. Anyway, move forward a few years again, as I started getting into my sort of guitar collection. I wanted an SRV Strat, but I wanted an early one, a 1992, one of the very first ones that were made. And in fact, the one I have is the SE90 neck, so it predates the release slightly, but it's one of the very first ones anyway. And it's gorgeous. It's got quite a faded colour, the original Pau Ferro neck, because of course it was the first Strat to be made as standard with a Pau Ferro neck. And it's just beautiful. I've still got the original sales receipt for it. I bought it from a guy in Spain, of all places. So it's gone from the States across to Europe, and now it's come back to me in England. And I absolutely loved the guitar, but I'd only just unpacked it for a few minutes, and I realised that the middle pickup was playing up. And I did think perhaps that the switch was intermittent, so I flicked the switch a few times back and forth, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, and then it just stopped, and that was that. So I replaced the 5-way switch on it, and that didn't fix it. It transpired subsequently that the middle pickup was actually dead. Now, the seller claimed that the pickup worked fine before he sent it to me, so whether or not he knew about it, I don't know. But it was something I should have checked first. I just really hadn't expected the pickup to die. So I diagnosed the switch as it seemed to be intermittent, and that was that. So anyway, I then had the opportunity to buy quite a reasonably priced later model, a 1998, and that one had the original pickup. So my plan was to take the pickups out of that and put it in the 92. And suffice to say, I never got around to doing that. So when I actually went to put the pickups on, it transpired that they are completely different pickups and not even the Texas Special pickups. So that was a bit pointless. And I kind of sat on the guitar for a while, started playing it, and actually it became one of my favourite guitars to play live. So I detuned it by half a step, restrung it with 11s, and it plays absolutely beautifully like that. It sounds the business, plays amazingly, and I love it to bits. So I ended up with a guitar that was more of a collectible guitar because it was one of the very first ones, even though it had a dodgy pickup, to another one which played amazingly well and sounded great but didn't have the original pickups in it. Then I had an opportunity to buy another one, and this one had Texas Specials in it for sure, so I thought, well, perhaps I'll use that as a donor. And it was a 2008 model, super clean, and it is just all original, apart from it's got an aftermarket stainless steel bridge block in there, which I've never changed. I have kicked that quite a bit, to be fair, and it's a great guitar. I love it to bits, and it's in really good condition. but I ended up gravitating towards the middle one, which was my 98, which, as I say, sounds fantastic, and I've gigged there a couple of hundred times now. And anyway, so I've ended up with 3 guitars, my original 92, my 98 and a 2008. And I think now that I'm scaling down my collection a little bit, especially with the pandemic and needing to raise a few quid as we do these days, I certainly don't need 3. I'd love to keep one for posterity, so I'll probably keep the older one, and I'll keep the one that I've gigged so much for a while too. But I think the third one will probably go up for sale, leaving me with at least 2. But anyway, that's the story as to why I ended up with 3 SRV Strats. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you liked the video, and please subscribe. I've got a whole bunch of guitar stuff coming up soon, including some demos of my other signature Strats, with playing demos included in there also. Also, check out my other videos, because all these SRV Strats that I've spoken about today are actually highlighted in my other videos. So please feel free to go ahead and check those out, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.